Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the HZ English Pod, where learning English is easy and fun. I am Zara.
And I am Hamza. So happy you are here today, whether you are walking, cooking, or just relaxing. Zara, you look very excited today. What is going on?
Because today we are talking about food, Hamza. Pizza and pasta, two of the most loved foods in the world. By the end of this episode, you will talk about your favorite food in English confidently and naturally.
Yes! And before we start, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us a lot. Okay, Zara, let's tell everyone what we will learn today.
Sure. Today, we will learn vocabulary for pizza and pasta, sentence structures to express likes and preferences, how to ask great food questions, and we will also have a real natural conversation. Plus, a fun challenge at the end.
So, Zara, why is food such a great topic for practicing English?
Great question. 3 reasons. First, everyone eats, so you always have something in common with the other person. Second, food vocabulary is very visual. When I say melted cheese, you can immediately see it in your mind. That makes it easier to remember. Third, food shows your personality. Whether you like spicy, simple, or rich food, it tells something real about you.
I love that. Food is a brilliant conversation starter. Okay, let's jump into vocabulary first.
Okay, 4 important pizza words. Listen carefully. Crust, the outer bread edge of the pizza. You can have thin crust or thick crust. Topping, anything placed on top of the pizza, like cheese, mushrooms, peppers, or meat. Sauce, the liquid base, usually tomato sauce. It goes between the dough and the toppings. Dough, D-O-U-G-H, the bread base before baking.
So to remember the order, dough at the bottom, sauce on top, toppings next, and crust around the edge. Simple and clear. Now, pasta vocabulary. Let's start with pasta shapes. Spaghetti, long and thin. Penne, short and tube-shaped. Fettuccine, long and flat. Rigatoni, wide tubes. Different shapes hold different sauces, so shape matters. Now famous pasta sauces. Marinara, simple tomato sauce. Bolognese, rich meat sauce. Alfredo, creamy white sauce. Carbonara, made with eggs, cheese, and pancetta.
Now let's do sentence structures. First, how to say what you like. The basic sentence is, I like pizza. But that sounds a little flat. Let's make it better. Try, I really like pizza, especially when the cheese is perfectly melted. Or, I love pasta because the flavors are just incredible. For stronger feelings, use these expressions. I am obsessed with pizza. I cannot get enough of pasta. I would eat pasta every single day if I could.
These sound so much more natural and interesting. Always add a small detail or reason. It makes your English come alive. Next, how to say what you prefer. The word is prefer. P-R-E-F-E-R. You use it to compare two things. I prefer pasta over pizza. I prefer thin crust over thick crust. I prefer Alfredo sauce over marinara. You can also use I would rather. I would rather have pasta than pizza tonight. I would rather eat homemade pizza than fast food pizza.
These are very common in everyday English conversation. Practice them, and they will feel very natural very quickly. Now, how to ask great questions about food. Because good conversation goes both ways. What is your favorite type of pizza? Simple and direct. Do you prefer thin crust or thick crust? Easy for the other person to answer. Have you ever made homemade pasta? This invites a story. What is your go-to pasta order at a restaurant? Go-to means your usual favorite choice. Are you more of a pizza person or a pasta person? A fun question that everyone loves answering.
These questions keep the conversation going and show that you are genuinely interested. Very important in English. Okay, now Zara and I will have a real, natural conversation. Listen and notice the vocabulary we just taught. Ready, Zara?
Ready.
So, Zara, pizza person or pasta person?
Honestly, I am a pasta person. I could eat pasta every day and never get bored. There is something so comforting about a big, warm bowl of pasta. You?
Definitely pizza. The crispy crust, the tangy sauce, the gooey melted cheese. It is just perfect for me. What is your favorite pasta dish?
Spaghetti carbonara, without a doubt. The creamy sauce, the crispy pancetta, the parmesan on top. When it is made well, it is so satisfying. Always al dente, of course. What about your favorite pizza?
Margarita. I know people think it is boring, but I disagree. Fresh tomato sauce, good mozzarella, basil, thin crust. When those 4 things are done right, you need nothing else. Simple food done perfectly always wins.
I completely agree with that. Simple and perfect is always better than complicated and average. Have you ever made homemade pizza, Hamza?
Yes. My first try, the dough was too thick. Second try, actually really good. Making pizza from scratch is so satisfying. Have you tried homemade pasta?
I tried once, and it was a total disaster. The pasta was too thick, falling apart in the water, sauce separated, everything went wrong. But the sauce was delicious. Slow-cooked bolognese, 3 hours, fresh tomatoes, minced beef, a little red wine. The sauce saved everything.
That is a great English expression, by the way. The X saved everything. Very natural and very useful. Okay, when you do order pizza, what do you get?
Quattro formaggi, 4 cheeses. Very indulgent, but absolutely worth it. Thin crust with chili oil on top. Do you ever order pasta at restaurants?
Yes. And here is my confession. Even though I am a pizza person, at a good Italian restaurant, I usually order pasta because pasta shows the chef's skill. Good pizza can hide behind good toppings, but pasta, the texture, the sauce, how it all comes together, that tells you everything. I usually get penne arrabbiata. Arrabbiata means angry in Italian because the spicy tomato sauce has real heat.
I never knew arrabbiata means angry. I love that. Now let's learn words to describe the taste of food. These will make your English sound much more interesting. Rich, deep, strong flavor, usually cream, cheese, or butter. This carbonara is incredibly rich. Tangy, slightly sour and sharp, like tomato or lemon. The marinara sauce has a lovely tangy taste. Savory, deep, satisfying, not sweet. Pizza is the perfect savory food. Spicy, has heat from chili. Arrabbiata is deliciously spicy. Mild, has flavor but no heat. Alfredo sauce is mild and creamy. Comforting, makes you feel warm and happy inside. Pasta is so comforting on a cold evening. Indulgent, rich and a little too much, but in a good way. Quattro formaggi is very indulgent, but worth every bite.
Use these words and your food descriptions will go from boring to beautiful instantly. And now, texture words. How food feels in your mouth. Crispy. Makes a crunch when you eat it. I love a perfectly crispy pizza crust. Gooey. Gooey. Soft, melted, sticky. Like stretchy mozzarella when you pull a pizza slice.
The cheese was beautifully gooey. Smooth. Perfectly even, no lumps. A good Alfredo sauce should be completely smooth. Al dente. Firm but cooked. Perfect pasta texture. Always cook spaghetti al dente. Silky. Incredibly smooth and soft. A perfect carbonara should be silky, not lumpy.
So instead of the pizza was good, say the pizza had gooey mozzarella and a perfectly crispy crust. Much better, right?
Okay, let's do a short role play. Two friends deciding what to eat. I will start. Hey, should we get pizza or pasta tonight?
I am craving something comforting. I would prefer pasta. Maybe a spaghetti carbonara? What do you think?
I was thinking pizza, actually. But why don't we get both and share?
Perfect. But one condition. Thin crust pizza only, and pasta must be al dente. I cannot stand overcooked pasta.
Agreed. Overcooked pasta is one of life's great disappointments. Hey, while we wait, do you want to hear about the time I used salt instead of sugar in my pizza dough?
Oh no, was it terrible?
The dough alone? Yes, terrible. But once I added the sauce and toppings, it was actually okay. The sauce saved everything. Again.
So instead of the pizza was good, say the pizza had gooey mozzarella and a perfectly crispy crust. Much better, right?
Okay, let's do a short role play. Two friends deciding what to eat. I will start. Hey, should we get pizza or pasta tonight?
I am craving something comforting. I would prefer pasta. Maybe a spaghetti carbonara? What do you think?
I was thinking pizza, actually. But why don't we get both and share?
Perfect. But one condition. Thin crust pizza only, and pasta must be al dente. I cannot stand overcooked pasta.
Agreed. Overcooked pasta is one of life's great disappointments. Hey, while we wait, do you want to hear about the time I used salt instead of sugar in my pizza dough?
Oh no, was it terrible?
The dough alone? Yes, terrible. But once I added the sauce and toppings, it was actually okay. The sauce saved everything. Again.
Let's quickly recap everything from today. Pizza words. Crust, topping, sauce, dough. Pasta words. Shapes, spaghetti, penne, fettuccine, rigatoni. Sauces, marinara, bolognese, Alfredo, carbonara. Al dente, perfectly cooked pasta. Expressing likes. I love, I am obsessed with, I cannot get enough of. Expressing preference. I prefer X over Y. I would rather have X than Y. Questions to ask. What is your favorite? Do you prefer X or Y? Have you ever tried? What is your go-to order? Pizza person or pasta person? Taste words. Rich, tangy, savory, spicy, mild, comforting, indulgent. Texture words. Crispy, gooey, smooth, silky, al dente.
Amazing. So much in one episode.
If this episode helped you, please share it with one friend who is learning English. Subscribe, leave your food comment below, and come back for our next episode.
Remember, good English, like good food, just needs the right ingredients, a little patience, and a lot of love. I am Hamza.
And I am Zara. Goodbye, everyone, and happy eating.
Ciao.